I'm Lottie.
And I'm Mark.
And this is
Showtime.
And Shenanigans.
Hello.
And welcome
To our Halloween
episode. Why did we do it like that? That was so gross. Welcome to the Halloween episode, everybody. I'm sorry for the reflection. That's why I keep looking at myself weirdly, because I'm like, oh, there's a telly reflection in my eyes. Mark's a tomato. I look like death. So in it together, we've got it.
This is this bit.
If you combine the two skin tones, it's middle ground.
Why do I look so pinky dinky today?
I don't know. He's got a ghostly. He's got a ghostly green light behind him, though. We've both got themed t-shirts as well. Mark, what's yours?
I've got a little skeleton that says love.
Love. And mine says, I'm a ghost. Duh. Like in Mean Girls, where she's like, I'm a mouse. Duh.
I'm a bad guy. Duh.
No. Should we just get straight to it?
Yeah.
We have our segments this week.
Should we do take one? And then segment no. Let's do segment. Page one makes no sense.
God's sake. Right. Anyway, so I'm not very good at this key change. I haven't really researched it. Okay, look, it's been a while since I listened to it. Okay? But I think everyone knows the song. So the key change of the week is Angel of Music from Phantom. I'm pretty sure it's got about 12 in it, so you know. If you haven't heard Angel of Music from Phantom, what are you doing with your life? It's just a pretty epic song.
It is, yeah.
Without a key change in it. Having a key change makes it amazing, but like it's like Les Mis. Like it's just one of those ones where you're like, oh yes, you know. Sounds a bit weird saying it like that, but it's just fabulous. Go listen to it because it's an iconic piece of theatre that everyone across the entire globe knows. Like if you ever heard it on the radio and you didn't know what the song was, you hear like bam 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 bam, you're like, oh, it's Phantom.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So I dress in the dress.
Stress?
Yeah, because my fact is into the first.
Okay, we've changed it round to this week.
So my stress is about my good old days when I was at theatre college, darlings.
By college, literally like 16 to 18, not like.
Yeah, I wasn't like actually like trying to get a
not
degree.
University, not a degree.
So yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, so I did technical theatre.
He hated every minute of it.
I loved it. Very fun. I just hated the people in the course. No tea, no shame.
We love them now. I don't know. Do you like them? I don't even know who they are. Is there a reason that I don't know who they are? Because you don't hang out with them every right? Go. Yeah. Cool. Go then.
Every so often we do a show. Like every 6 weeks we do a show. And for one of the shows, I was the lighting top. I was like the top of the lighting
Ooh.
I designed the lighting. That's the one. I was the lighting designer. That means I had to make sure the lighting was perfect and tickety boo. So when we're hanging the lights in the sky, I don't know if you've ever been to a theatre or been on stage in a theatre, but proper theatres are quite high.
They're very tall, yeah.
And then there's the stage, and then there's another height of the stage again above that.
Yeah, often where you see the top of the curtain, there's a bit of curtain often at the top of the stage. There's 6 feet plus above that. Well,
in theatre, in proper West End and big around the world, the proper professional theatres, there's the stage, and then there's the stage plus an extra 5 foot.
So it's oh wait, so not 6 foot then?
No, it's a stage plus. It's the stage.
You have so it's another 25 feet.
It's basically another stage above the stage.
It's another stage height, yeah.
If you have a full set piece, a stage.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah.
Be able to come down without being like trying to have like a seat. You got a step piece like hanging down. It was just like because it doesn't quite fit.
No.
So it's quite high, and our one was like to replicate the professional one, so it was the same heights and all that stuff. And then above that, there was even more stuff, but I wasn't up that high. It's fine. I was the first level high. I was just like because we'd hang.
It's the fly, right?
I was on the fly deck basically. I was on stage level, but in the fly deck. So I was a thing called a telescope, which is basically it's like a giant ladder that stands directly upright that you can move around on wheels. Like
in libraries where they like.
If you want, but they don't. Clear on thing. It just has. It literally goes up, and at the bottom it's just like a weighted bottom with wheels.
Yeah. So it's slightly spindly, but you know that it's safe.
It does this the whole time. It's like.
Okay, quite spindly then.
No, like there's no structure behind it. You're just like.
Great. Safety first, of course.
Exactly. So you got a hard hat on because you're literally underneath lights. It's because like the lights are literally the same like basically what you got to do is you've got to like focus the lights so that when the lights are on, they're pointing at the right spots and they're covering the right amount of area on stage.
And you'd have to do this like in a West End theatre, you have to do that every single.
You do lighting check every day, but like when you focus like a generic light, they don't tend to move. It's only on the movers that they fuck up.
Well, yeah, of course.
They're movers. They do their own thing. And when they break mess. With the movers, you have to focus them just to generic ones that you just point and they light.
Great. Okay.
You have to like focus it and then they have to turn the light on. And then turn all the lights off in the theatre so it's just pitch black with that one spot. So in the dark, and turn the lights back on. And you have to focus it, like refocus it if it's like not quite right, and then you move to the next one. So you're up in this wiggly thing for about 3 hours.
Grand.
My heart has ever palpitated more in my life. And
that just went off. I lost my lighting. No. No. What is that from?
Lucy Jones at Live at the Adelphi.
Oh, yeah.
Summer in
Ohio. She just goes, no. Oh dear. She's back. The light is back.
Yay. So now we'll move on to my fun fact of the week, and also segueing politely, very nicely, seamlessly into our first theatre of our haunted theatre list.
Oh yeah, so basically this episode we didn't really explain. We've got some haunted theatres and sort of who haunts them and all that, and then we've also got some like theatre superstitions. I think a lot of them are actually English superstitions because like American theatres haven't been around long enough in a way to like.
I would say we all like haunted theatres. We're all English theatres because.
Yeah, some superstitions and stuff have like transferred over to Broadway because they're just general, like the Macbeth one, which obviously we'll talk about it later. But like there are certain ones that have transferred over, but there's a lot where it's like, or like it's originally definitely come from the UK and gone over because they've now opened theatres. So, yeah.
Anyway.
What's your fact?
My fun fact of the week is at the Palace Theatre in London's West End at the tippy top of Shaftesbury Avenue.
Which is currently showing
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Indeed, Mundo.
Abby do so. Sorry, inchy beard. So there's 2 seats in that theatre that are permanently bolted open for their 2 resident ghosts.
Ghosts. So bolted open means that like the seat is permanently down rather than being.
They're at the back of the stalls. So if the back of the stalls, if you go to the Palace Theatre and you're in the stalls, have a look up for the 2 seats that are bolted open.
Yeah, they will. They just won't flip up.
Yeah, and that's because they're safe for the ghosts, and you won't be able to sit in them either.
Oh yeah, they won't sell them.
Yeah, it's bad luck if you sit in them as well.
Do you think that the ushers there, like, are told like make sure that those 2 seats like no one sits in them, because obviously you don't necessarily know that someone's sitting in the wrong seats until someone comes to sit in them and you have to like move them and be like, you're not in the correct seats, or like someone says, hey, they're in my seat. Obviously when it's a ghost, people aren't going to know, so they might be like, oh, that's a better view, I'll move over. But like, do you think the front of house
right at the back of the auditorium, they're like next to like the usher seats?
Yeah, but do you think the ushers are told, like, those 2 seats, no one can sit in?
Yeah.
Like, in their training, they're like, those 2 seats next to that usher seat, if someone moves up to sit in them, move them back. What a fun bit of training.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I guess, the story of the ghost.
Is the Palace Theatre.
But we don't actually have any backstory behind them, but we have a ballerina called Anna
Pavlova.
Pavlova,
like a dessert.
I know. My brain was like, it's an A, so it might be like Pavlova. But anyway, a ballerina called Anna Pavlova. That's just a great name. Pavlova. I can't say it now. It's a great time. Anyway.
Moving on.
And then there's Ivor Novello. Is it Ivor?
Ivor, yeah.
And that's who the Novello Theatre in London's West End is named after, on the Strand.
Indeed, no.
But yeah, because he used to live above the Novello Theatre as well.
He just casually haunts the palace as well.
As you do. There's probably thousands more because it's a big theatre. So there's a lot of space for ghosts to hang around in.
Find much on it, I'm not going to lie. Apart from, I think one of the main things is obviously those 2 seats that are bolted down for the ghosts.
There's a theatre that's not on this list, and I'm very confused why.
Eh?
Drury Lane is not on this list.
Oh, yeah, I know. There's so many. I was just going through this website and there's so many to write down. I was like, we can't have them all in this one episode. And we've briefly talked about Drury Lane before. And I linked that video that we watched, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Documentary. So I thought I'll leave it for this one. And next time we do like a spooky episode or we just like, not necessarily next Halloween, but if we want to do an episode.
The Drury Lane.
There's so many other theatres that I saw that had stories as well. So like we've got time. We've got like 3 years worth of Halloween episodes.
There's part 88 coming soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Over to you.
Okay, so the next one is the Peacock Theatre. Now I don't know where that is.
Not a Scooby-Doo.
I think it's London. I think they're all London theatres.
London or UK.
It might not be. Yeah, they might be like off West End. So apparently in the Peacock Theatre, there is a ghostly woman who wears 1700s-esque clothing. So what's that? Is that like Georgians, I think? That might be wrong. I think the Georgians was that kind of time.
Let's say yeah.
She's said to walk down the stairs, gradually disappearing as she reaches the bottom. And she when she shrieks, she like shrieks a really loud shriek. And when she shrieks, that's to signal that she's like gone. She like disappears. So that's slightly terrible.
It's like
she walks downstairs all casually and then she's like ah, and then goes. So you don't want to hear the shriek, but at the same time you do, because then it's like she's gone.
Imagine in a little fall of rain, just here.
He'd be like, who's that? And also, this is like the weirdest thing, and also it's really recent. So in the 1970s,
oh god,
there was a pool of water that was under the stage that was sometimes used in shows, and there was a dolphin kept in it, but it died because they neglected it, so they didn't look after the dolphin nicely enough. 1970s, like 50
years ago.
Yeah, so the dolphin died of neglect. Apparently remains of the pool are like still there, so you can see them if you like go, if you're like working there, I guess. Don't think the audience can just see a pool. But the dolphin like singing, there's like sometimes dolphin noises, like singing noises that can sometimes be heard.
What, the dolphin like?
Because that's not what
Dolphin like talks. It's like
they like squeal. They squeal and they click, don't they?
Yeah.
So like the singing kind of like the dolphin squealing can kind of, it's sort of like a ghostly wail, as it were.
Yeah.
Like pun, because it's like a whale. It's not really, but you know what I mean. So like yeah, sometimes the dolphin can be heard, which is a bit grim.
I'm glad I didn't read any of these. So
yeah, don't read ahead. They surprise you. I can't remember half of them, so.
Okay.
Are you good?
Sadler's Wells Theatre.
I've heard of that one. I'm not sure where it is. I think it is in London.
As well.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
Maybe.
So the famous clown, what's his name?
Grimaldi.
Can't read it. Seen wearing makeup. Ooh. He has been seen sitting in the boxes in the theatre.
How terrifying. Imagine you're watching like lame.
Lovely little guy just hanging around.
He's just like a clown, just like, hey.
Clown mate. Just like, hello. Also,
oh my God.
The boxes and this ghost just like appears next to you like,
what up?
What up, doll?
Imagine. Oh. See, some people are scared of clowns though, so that wouldn't.
Don't come near me, clowns.
Do you not like clowns?
I just find them spooky wooky. I don't not like them. Like at Tully's farm, I go to the clown things. I like the clown thing because them.
The clown thing.
Well, the clowns that walk around with you around Tully's farm, the ones that honk their horn, they're not.
What's the one in Tully's farm? Oh, do you know what it is? The chainsaw one.
Chop Shop.
Yeah.
It's
Chop Shop. It's my favourite, but it's also absolutely terrifying. You know that they are not going to cut you with the chainsaws that they are holding because they are real chainsaws, just without the saw bit. It's just the rubber bit. But you know that you're not going to die. But when someone comes running at you with a chainsaw, your instinct is to leg it. It's terrifying. Oh, I wish Tully's farm could open this year, but it can't because of COVID.
Someone's 6 feet away being like, boo!
Yeah, 2 feet away. The fun is like that they come up really close behind you and you don't realise. So
it wouldn't really work.
It can't be done. But yeah, the clown one's creepy because it's like really brightly coloured, isn't it? So it's a bit trippy.
It's like mind fudgery.
Yeah, it's like trippy. So you're like, yes, the spinning tunnel. Oh my God.
Also, I remember I was there last year. I remember there being a platform that like goes down like this. There's a walk.
Yeah.
Flat. So all my friends were like that and just slid.
You all like slide, yeah. And I like the one where it's like big. It's outside. I think it's like a witch one. I'm not really sure, but it's got the blow up pillow things that you have to walk through.
That's covered.
And then you think you're being suffocated, and you're like, oh God, it's so good. Anyway,
away from that,
we've sidetracked, but Tully's farm is good when we can go. So next year, everyone go to Tully's farm.
Okay. Next theatre.
The next one is the Haymarket, which is on Haymarket Street. I think it's called opposite Phantom at Her Majesty's. So apparently there is a playwright and comic actor called John Baldwin Budstone, who is only seen he is only seen at that theatre. So he's a ghost. He's only seen when a show is going to be a success.
He must be popping all over Heathers, just being like, ooh.
I don't know if it means that every show that's going to be a success he turns up at, but if he turns up, it means that show's going to be a success. I don't know where he shows up.
Just like Cooey.
He just pops up. Imagine if he's just like in the dressing room. It's like, hi! You're just doing your makeup like really intently, like going really close to the mirror, like, and then he just appears in the mirror. You'd be like, whoa! That'd be terrifying. And also, there is an ex-manager. I don't know if it's like theatre manager or stage manager or whatever. But ex-manager, what?
Bloody Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. I miss her. There's an ex-manager called David Morris who haunts the Haymarket for one night every decade. So just once a decade. So every 10 years, he's like, hey, bye. So he's obviously, maybe he like died sort of young when he was still doing shows and like doesn't feel like he fulfilled his like managing career of the theatre.
like, you know, like 30 years old, so she's going to keep coming back every 10 years. Be like,
Yeah.
I'm Elfie.
Like, I didn't get to finish my actual managing career. I wasn't done. Don't know. Yeah, maybe he hadn't retired yet, so he feels like he needs to come back to the theatre to haunt it, to be like, excuse me, it wasn't finished.
You feel like in the manager's office, just like, hey boo, how you doing?
He just sits with the supervisors whilst they're cashing up. Just like, hi, how you doing?
How you hanging?
Literally.
Anyway, so the next one is the Cornet Theatre. Cornet?
Cornet or coronet, because it's got 2 O's. Coronet. I don't know. What?
I've got CORONET.
Yeah, coronet. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you meant like OO. Like,
no, not an oo. Coronet. I don't think, because cornet wouldn't have the second O, is what I'm saying.
Anyway, it's that theatre.
That one that we don't know where it is.
Yeah, there is a ghost of a cashier who helped herself to the proceeds of the ticket sales. What a bitch.
She just goes into the till. She's like, whoop, that's mine. She takes all the commission.
I don't steal money.
He doesn't steal money. I just clocked what you said. No, he's not a thief.
She was confronted by
the manager
in the office, which she ran from, and her.
Oh, true story. I remembered this one. So when she was alive, the lighting's gone.
Spooky.
So this is before she died. So when she was alive, she was a cashier at the theatre, and she would steal ticket money. I'm back. She would steal the ticket money from the tills and stuff. So when she was confronted, carry on.
So when she was confronted, she ran out of the office and yeeted herself over a balcony and fell to her death. Yeah.
So instead of being like, yeah, I stole from you, I'm really sorry, and they sacked her, she died.
So they got the money back at least.
Yes, and moral of the story is don't steal, otherwise you jump from the balcony.
You'd think that theatre well enough, you would just fall from the balcony.
Well, it says she hurled herself. So that's like she threw herself over that balcony to avoid talking to the manager. She was like, I am ready.
Me when Carrie Mack comes to the theatre, I'm like, bye. I'm joking.
You're just so overwhelmed that Cameron McIntosh has walked in. You're like, ah! Quick run! Just jump over the balcony. I'm joking. It's his birthday today. The day we're filming is Cammy Mack's birthday. So happy birthday to our old boss, Cammy Mack. I know that we're very behind. It's not his birthday on Halloween.
This comes out the 30th.
So okay, the day before Halloween. So it's not then. It was like 2 weeks ago. What's the date today? Pre-filming live, the 18th of October. 10 days after the birthday of Les Mis. Oh.
Anyway, so around Christmas, footsteps of the cashier.
That theatre. Did you just read it?
I don't know. I have like tingles. So that makes me feel kind of sick. So I guess she killed herself around Christmas, which is.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
I mean, everyone hates Christmas.
Maybe she was poor.
Oh yeah, true. Anyway, around Christmas, footsteps can be heard of the cashier woman running up from the stairs from the stalls up to the balcony. That's a lot of steps.
It doesn't say from the stalls.
Well, it does say stalls.
It says running up the stairs to the balcony. But sure. Still, how eerie is that? Imagine if you were just walking up stairs to like go to your position in the balcony, and then you just hear like running footsteps. So you're like, oh my god, who's coming up behind me? And then you turn around, there's literally nobody there. You just hear the steps, and you hear them run past you, and you're like, disgusting. Okay, moving swiftly onward. I think so. This one is from the Vaudeville Theatre, which I think is the one on the Strand.
Next to Adelph.
Yeah, literally next to it. It's like 2 buildings across, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just because a vaudeville is like a specific type of theatre as
Indeed.
well. But I think this means like the actual vaudeville theatre in London, which is on the Strand. Right. So, a female ghost haunts the box office staff at that theatre.
Just
Eh?
Just the box office staff.
Just the box office. Maybe that's where she used to work. Who knows?
Love that for her.
Apparently, when they're in there, sometimes they can smell like a herb-like perfume.
Oh my God.
But they can't tell where it's coming from at all. Like there is no where that smell would be coming from. Backstage, there are like bizarre noises that can be heard sometimes. Bizarre. Doesn't specify, it just says bizarre. And women's what?
Just someone cracking one off.
Just like, yeah, it was the ghost. It was the ghost. And women's feet and like the bottom of a cloak sometimes just appear. Just that bit. Just her feet. They just appear. Yeah. Terrifying.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Are you ready for superstitions?
Born ready.
Right, this is yours then.
So, here we have our superstitions, which are things, usually, to back these superstitions up, things have happened to do with these things.
Yeah, there's normally a reason why these things are bad luck, or good luck, or whatever. And there's so many more, like, I've only written down a few, because I wasn't sure how long it would take to explain all of them and stuff. So
we don't talk about, we're not going to talk about this one, but obviously with, like, the Macbeth Scottish play.
Oh, did I not put it in?
No, you did not. You're trash. It's fine.
If I remember in our next episode, I will find the actual reasoning of why Macbeth is unlucky.
Basically, I think it's just if someone mentions it outside of the show, it just causes harm to themselves.
Yeah, I know, but there's like an original source of why. So I know, I'm really high up.
Eyebrows in the frame, and that's it.
There's like an original source of why Macbeth is unlucky to say in a theatre. So I'll find that out and I'll tell you at some point.
Lovely. So let's start unlucky props.
Ooh.
So the first thing on our unlucky props list is real jewellery.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone wears like their own wedding ring on stage, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Real mirrors and real money.
You can't have any of those things on stage. It has to be prop money.
Real mirrors are also a good idea to have fake ones, because otherwise lights hit it and it reflects all over the place.
That's potentially why.
If you ever see the mirrors on Jamie, they're not real, they're like just shiny plastic.
Yeah, it's like glass and stuff like that.
It always looks really gross and dirty because it's just shiny plastic. But the mirror in Wicked has black tape over the glass bit. Because there's a spotlight just above her when she's doing that, because otherwise she'd literally be blinded. It has black
Maybe
tape.
that's why.
Mirror. That's a fun fact. And said to be caused.
Said to be the cause. So these things are said to be the cause of
performances disaster, including forgetting lines and broken seats.
Apparently so. So there's been shows in the past where people have had real jewelry, real mirrors, or real money on stage, and it's caused people to like forget lines and broken seats. I assume the audience seats.
I mean, that's not too bad then, you know. I think you can get away.
It's not the. But hey ho.
Which freak accidents that happened with when you had these things on stage, like it must be this.
Yeah, we're a weird country in England. We are a superstitious.
We like to blame our fault on other things. So being like, real, that's my fault.
So when a lady would like heal someone back in the day, like just using like natural herbs and spices, which we still do these days, people were like, I think she's a witch.
Naturally.
I could go into a whole thing about witches. I know a lot.
Oh, she does. She has a whole book. Anyway, so on Humour Chum.
So the phrase "break a leg" that everyone in the whole entire world knows what that means. If someone is doing a show, you don't say good luck, you say break a leg.
Because good luck is bad to say.
Apparently, good luck is bad luck to say. So, words. Elizabethan England, so that is like the end of the Tudor era.
Yeah.
So, like early 1600s, I'm going to say. I think Elizabeth died in 1603, but I might be wrong.
I swear I don't think so, but yeah.
I think it's the early 1600s anyway. Well, that was kind of the end. But anyway, go on then. You do it. Go on.
Hey Siri, when is the Elizabethan era?
I found this on the web.
She found this on the web.
1558 to 1603. So yeah, you're correct.
Oh my god! Look at me go. Okay, so I got the end of it. But anyway, so the Elizabethan era. The audiences would throw money on the stage for the actors to kneel down and collect, thus causing a visual break in the line of the leg. So you break the straight line of your leg. So saying break a leg is being like, hope you have a good show, so that people throw money on the stage, so you have to break your leg to collect it. Haha, obviously people don't throw things on stage anymore. But like it's the same like in the movies.
Like throw the flower on, like passes one up.
Yeah, people in the films always throw like roses on. If it's been a good show, they throw a rose at the actor. But like you're not allowed to take them into the auditorium anymore. Because when people come into the theatre with flowers, they have to take them to the cloakroom. You can't take them into the auditorium. But maybe it's because people would throw flowers on the stage, and it caused like problems in the past. So they were like, we're just not doing it. But if you want to show your appreciation for the actors, if you really liked the performance, go to the stage door. Well, clap and cheer, obviously. But go to stage door after the show, and if anyone comes out, just say they did really good.
Also, yeah, say it's not about like getting a good photo or getting like just.
No, stage door isn't for getting.
About telling you like, because like don't go to stage door just because you want your program signed. You want to get a photo with like a certain cast member. Only do it if you actually enjoyed the show and they did a good job.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when people like go to the stage door and they have a picture of whoever's in the show, and they're like, they get them to sign it, but they're like, they haven't even seen the show like at all.
Yeah.
That night they've like been out in London. They're like, oh, let's go to stage door of Waitress because I know that like
Cat McPhee's in it. So
yeah,
like,
I was gonna say like Cat McPhee and Jack McBrayer, like they were like big names in that show. You know, they were like, oh, let's go, whilst we're here, we're walking past, that show's about to finish, let's go on stage door and try and get a picture with them because then we can say we've met a celebrity. It's like, you haven't even seen the show.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know if it was good. What if it was absolutely terrible?
True.
Or like, what if it's just not your thing, so it's not actually a show you enjoy?
Standing ovations, you don't have to do one if you don't actually think that the show is that great. You're very entitled to clap your hands. You don't even have to clap your hands if you don't want to. But standing ovations are done really great, rather than just being like,
it's not even if you don't think the show was good. Like, standing ovation, it loses its meaning if people do it after every like show.
You're like, I just need to get up and be like,
yeah, like it's meant to be like a really big, like, where you've been so moved, or like you're so in awe of what they've done, you have to like get up and show like your appreciation.
Yeah.
But people look at you weirdly now when you don't do it, and I'm like,
yeah, if I don't feel that mood, I'm not gonna be like,
you know what? I know I'm guilty of it, but like the only time that I've actually, I mean, I've seen a lot of good shows, and a lot of them at the end I've been like, yeah, I'm standing up. But the only time where in my actual soul where I've been like, I need to stand up and show my appreciation for what has just happened, was at Lucy's gig after She Used to Be Mine. It was like the only time the whole audience stood up apart from at the end. But the entire audience just went insane, and everybody stood up, and like everyone just like felt all the same. But they didn't do it after every song. And they only did it at the end, not even at the end of Act 1, where often people do stand up at the end of Act 1, don't they? Like, especially like Les Mis, we have like One Day More, which is like such a big number. Everyone stands up. But yeah, that's the only time where, like, in my actual soul, I've been like, I need to stand up and, like, show my appreciation for what has just happened on this stage with this person or these people or whatever. Like, apart from that, it's more pressure.
Yeah.
But, like, if you don't want to stand up because you don't feel like it's done anything, like, it not moved you or whatever, don't stand up, because then it means more when you do.
Yeah. Anyway, next thing.
Maybe swiftly on.
So, next one is the colour blue. Ooh la la. Marius is screwed.
No, because have you
So
seen
is
what's
Eliza.
written underneath it?
No, but so is Eliza. Anyway, so bad luck to wear the colour blue on stage, counteracting with something that's silver.
So if you wear a silver pretend jewellery, so the colour silver, or if there is silver on the dress as well as blue or whatever, it's not bad luck. So Marius might wear like a silver ring.
He does, yeah.
There you go. Not the whole time though. Also, I'm really small. I've fluffed up Skype. There I am. Sorry. I was like tiny in the corner, so I looked really far away.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
Cool. So, as an audience member, remember, if you saw an actor wearing blue, you could
assume
I can't, because
it's intense.
And also the shadow, because you've like shadowed it slightly.
I tried not to, but yeah.
Anyway, assured that they were successful, but mainly company.
Love, do you want me to read it?
It's black in that
So,
corner.
As an audience member, if you saw actors wearing blue on the stage, you could assume that they were successful. But many companies don't, I don't actually know what that means, thought that the unlucky colour, I've got it, right. So many companies, as in like theatre companies, not like the company, but like the group of actors, the cast are called a company, aren't they? Many companies wore the unlucky colour to fool their audiences into thinking that they were more popular than they actually were. I know.
Love that.
But maybe that's why it's bad luck to wear blue, because so many people would wear it when they weren't successful, but to trick people.
I love that.
Or maybe it was a thing at the time as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay.
So,
Should we do that?
I'll shove to it because you basically read them. The theatre technicians were whistled by the stage management back in the olden days. They don't do that anymore. It's headsets now. It's great fun. Anyway, they were whistled by stage management so that they could do their like dropping
their cues.
Yeah, whistle to like let them know what they're doing. If someone else happened to be whistling, it could have had really bad effects on the show.
I love that you were like, it could have really bad effects, because he read the word. It was like, what is that? I wrote disastrous. But I know that when you're like quick,
it looks like an S. The S of just, oh no, the D and I are so far away from the disastrous. Separate word.
I'm so sorry.
What is that?
I was writing quite quick, and my handwriting goes really weird in pencil, so it's not actually as neat as it can be. So
I can tell some of your like.
Look, this podcast book is not the neatest. It doesn't need to be.
Some of your wives are just like with a scoop is daily long.
Yeah, sorry about that. But I saw your brain was like, what is that? Really bad effects. I just know how your brain works, so you were like, no.
Either like
not happening. Just not happening today.
I just saw like D, and I was like, is that meant to be like do? And I was like, could be did do sisters.
Oh no.
Anyway, so obviously that won't happen anymore, because obviously people like queued over like headsets. So if you whistle, I think it's like a weirdly big thing, really annoying. Don't do it.
Just don't whistle. Michael Ball's really superstitious about it. If he sees someone whistling, he's like, absolutely get out right now. He has the whole thing where he's like, it's like with Macbeth. So basically there's a thing where it's like, if you say it, to counteract it, you have to go outside, you have to like spit on the ground, turn around 3 times. It's like there's like a whole ritual, and he's quite like that. He's really superstitious. Fun fact. Thank you, Carrie Hope Fletcher, for saying that in your video, so I knew that fact.
By Carrie Hope Fletcher.
Eh?
Got outed by Carrie Hope Fletcher. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. She said it. I think her and Oliver did a video about superstitions and stuff. So Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella liked your tweet.
My phone's got likes on 20%, so can we hurry up, please?
I just replied to a tweet and they liked it. Okay, so the last one. Best foot forward. Ooh. So apparently, if you walk into your dressing room and you step into the dressing room with your left foot, that's good luck. If you do it with your right, apparently it's bad luck. And the audience should step into the theatre with their right foot, apparently. I don't know why, but apparently that's that. It's interesting that they're opposite. I mean, I really don't think anyone does, but if I ever became an actor, I think that would subconsciously be on my brain. So every time I'd walk into my dressing room, I'd be like really conscious about it.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Now I walk into a theatre and I'm like,
yeah. Weird. So
That's
that's that.
That's a weird superstition.
I know. I don't know where it's come from. There was no backstory to it when I looked it up.
That's the weird thing about some of these superstitions. They don't have a real like backing.
Yeah, they're just a thing.
I get to think like, do you know? You're like,
oh, okay. Some people, obviously, some of them do have a thing, but a lot of people don't know like the backstory of them. People just know you don't say Macbeth.
Yeah.
But like.
The Scottish play.
Yeah, if you're talking about Macbeth and you're in a theatre, you say the Scottish play. Unless you are doing the show Macbeth, and then in rehearsals, obviously you can say Macbeth. Because
me and Lottie went to the Globe back in February, and he was like, what shows have you guys, like, what shows do you know of, like, Shakespeare? And Lottie was like, Macbeth, and he was like,
no, he didn't. No, that's not even what the question was. He was like, so, we all know that there is a show that we do not mention in theatre.
Yeah.
Does everyone know what it is? And he wasn't really asking for the answer, and I said Macbeth, and he was like, luckily we're in Shakespeare's Globe. I feel like it was allowed. They also weren't really doing shows at that point anyway, because it's winter, so it's fine. But yeah, just don't say it. But a lot of actors, you won't, even if they're talking about Macbeth, even if they're not in the theatre, they won't say it. They'll just say the Scottish play, because everyone knows in the actor world just like not to say it. So it's like your nature. I don't know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed our little episode.
Yeah.
Halloweeny episode.
Halloween tomorrow. And, well, on the 31st, if you're not watching this Halloween, then it's Christmas time, because it's the 1st of November, which means Christmas has started.
I'm so excited!
Science. That's how science works, just, on the 1st of November.
1st of November, Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do for a Christmassy episode, but we have an episode literally coming out on Christmas. What?
Actually?
Yeah, there's one that comes out on Christmas Day, and then a week later, it comes out on New Year's Day. Yeah.
How that time of the year works.
We know what's coming out on that one, though, so it's all good. But Christmas, I haven't got a clue.
Might have to get a guest on. Joking.
Ooh, I'll get my mother.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know what we'd talk about, though.
We could do a mother v mother quiz.
My mum doesn't know anything about theatre. I'm joking. She does, but like she's not like your mum where she like knows.
We get pointless, but with our mothers.
Oh my god, imagine. Anyway, sidetracked. Thank you everybody for watching our Halloween or listening to our Halloweeny episode.
Or listening.
For listening. If you enjoyed this, please let us know, because I mean we might do a part 2 of haunted theatres.
Oh, we've got so much more spooky facts. Even
we might not wait a year. We might not wait till next Halloween. We might just do it now.
And also, if you've heard of any like other superstitions in the show world or other theatres that are really haunted, let us know. Because we have our own ghost theatre called the Phantom Egg.
Yes, at the Sondheim there is a phantom egg smell, and we don't know where it comes from, but it just appears, and it's really annoying. Everyone's like, the toilet smell. I'm like, no, it's just the fan to make smell.
It won't appear anywhere near the toilet sometimes.
No, it is often in the foyer though.
Oh, it's
like
usually,
walking through the door.
I've had it in the Queen's Bar once, so that was terrifying. Came out the vent. And
Oh.
like,
Oh, I've not had that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But anyway, my throat is making all the noises, so we need to go.
Anyway, so, we didn't do any news. We didn't any news.
Is
But
there anything? Have we even mentioned that Les Mis is opening?
I did it in this week's 2 weeks ago's episode. I was like quickly did a voice over being like, Les Mis had like opened, it's opening, and the tickets are already sold out. So like YOLO.
Oh.
Like, well done. If you didn't, then it sucks for you.
Yes, I hope everyone that wanted tickets got tickets. I know that some people missed out, obviously.
The show will be coming back in the new year.
But it's really exciting because it means that people do want to go back to the theatre. Because I mean, that's what I was kind of worried about. That a lot of people they'd want to go back, but they'd be like, they wouldn't want to go yet, or like when it feels unsafe.
It started for 6 weeks and ended up at 8 weeks. Also to commemorate the writer's death.
Yes. No, the lyricist.
If he's in a haunt our theatre, I'm done. I'm leaving that theatre.
Oh God, what if he haunts it? We met him on press night. Well, I said we met him. He was in the building on press night.
I saw him across the way.
I saw him too because I was in the crowd.
I did not see Lily James.
I thought you did.
No, only the photos.
Oh no, you would have told me because you would have been like, Lily James was in the building. No,
I saw everyone else but Lily James.
Yeah.
I saw Darren Brown, I saw Amanda Holden, I saw like Kate Garraway, I saw Ollie.
Emily Sandé. Oh yeah, Ollie.
I had the women that did Abfab, was like absolutely fabulous ladies. They were there.
Oh, I was like, what? I saw no one because I was in the grand circle with all the like.
You're in the background of the photo with Lily James.
I am in the background of a photo with Lily James, and it's honestly my proudest moment. I've got that photo forever on my phone.
But yeah, so hopefully, we will see.
Hopefully we'll be back.
Hopefully we'll go back to the Sunday.
Actually, when this episode comes out, we might know if we get to go back. Exciting.
Then we can do the front of house episode and expose all our tea before we go back, and then we can give you new tea.
Yeah, there'll be stories. No, it opens on the 5th of December, so we've got a while. But yeah, we're going to go because we're just rambling. So see you next week with another episode. Stay safe. I've stolen your lines, Mark.
I know. I don't know what to say now.
Bye!
Bye! And
Bye!
Also, coronavirus is not great fun. Never.
No, bye!
Just want to say again, happy Halloween. Thank you for listening or watching on whatever device you are, whatever app you're using to watch or listen to this. Hope you're staying safe and staying healthy, and hopefully we will see you soon at some shows, and let us know what shows you're going to see if you are going to see any, because I know Six the musical, Jamie the musical, well, I haven't talked about Jamie, and Les Mis is opening up very shortly, along with The Play That Goes Wrong. So if you're more looking for a play, you've got that going for you as well. But if you're looking for a musical, you've got 3 choices opening very soon. So hopefully we'll see you there. Anyway, thank you for listening, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.